how we cannot run a government and how we cannot auction a nation. So we will be here again, God willing, on the 27th of November, and we also be talking to the Law Society of Kenya. After all, we are also members, so we are interested both ways. And the civil aviation workers should remain encouraged that the whole today, and as you have heard from Mpesa, the court is not sitting today until the 27th. There was a virtual sitting on the other matter filed by the Law Society of Kenya, and the representative of the Civil Workers Union, Senior Counsel Fred Jkia, has just briefed us actually when we are here on what has happened, because that matter was also put up, was put forward until December the 17th before the 3-judge bench. There may be need to consolidate this, but that's a matter for discussion going forward. And we think this matter is of critical importance. We are dealing with a critical infrastructure which touches on the national security and the well-being of a nation state called Kenya. We have said before, we have no problem with investors coming to the country, but the way this Adani deal has been crafted, it has all the trappings of what one would call a state capture. Look at Adani at Jkia, Adani in Shaf and Shif, Adani in Ketrako, and the whole thing crowded in secrecy. So we are on record for the petitioners here. In fact, the petitioners in this particular case Tony Gachoka and political parties, Wiper Democratic Movement, Democratic Action Party of Kenya, and Jubilee Party of Kenya. So that's why we also came, and we are determined to fight over this for the benefit of not just the present generations, but future generations of this country. So there will be transparency. We know that some preliminary objections have been raised by the respondents, in this case Managing Director of Kenya Airports Authority and the team, the ministers and all. It will be an occasion for Kenyans to see how we cannot run a government and how we cannot auction a nation. So we will be here again, God willing, on the 27th of November, and we also be talking to the Law Society of Kenya. After all, we are also members, so we are interested both ways. And the civil aviation workers should remain encouraged that the whole country is watching. Sometimes maybe I can ask my colleague to add something.
Thank you very much. Maybe just to add that a lot of Kenyans, including the workers here, would be worried as to what this means. Just to assure them that this postponement of this case, the adjournment to the 17th of the LSK case, and this case to the 27th, does not mean that the conservatory orders are no longer there, and therefore Adani will take over. No, the conservatory orders that have been given in the LSK case, which is a case related to this, and we shall be seeking consolidation of these cases, means that Adani will not still do anything until these matters are heard and determined. So that is the assurance we want to give. But also thank Mpesa and his officials for standing with the workers, for fighting for our fellow Kenyans who are at risk of losing their livelihoods under the Adani deal, which is slope-sided actually in favor of Adani, and which we must tell Kenyans portends a lot of risk to our future as a nation. We've seen what is happening in Bangladesh. The same Adani who was chased from Bangladesh, from Sri Lanka, from Australia. Today we are hearing that he had a problem with the people of Bangladesh and he has cut off power. We want to tell this Kenya Kwisha government that if actually they are going to give this Adani everything, for Adani to control our airways in terms of taking Jkia International Airport, for Adani to control our energy sector by taking over Ketraco, for Adani to control our healthcare systems. Imagine if what has happened in Bangladesh happens in Kenya. One individual called Adani switches off power. The entire country is in darkness. This one individual called Adani grounds Jomo Kenyatta because he'll be controlling Jomo Kenyatta. The same Adani is controlling our healthcare. That Adani, Shah, or Chief, whatever, he actually paralyzes our healthcare. Will we have a country? No. So we are saying no to this Adani deal, and we are again, even as we fight here in court, as leaders of the opposition, we want to tell this government to be responsible and to drop this Adani deal. Yes. That is all we're asking, but we leave to the judges and to our courts to do what is right and in our national interest. Asante sana.
Any questions? Because then that's very clear as can be. Do you know the reason Adani disconnected electricity to Bangladesh? It was because it was not paid some installment.
Yes.
Okay.
It can happen.
It can happen. And before you know it, you cannot have planes landing in Kenya, and then you will have total chaos. No, we will say no because it's important. Si ni kweli?
Yes.
Tusema la. Tunasema la. Yes. So we actually asked, just like yesterday, we told